Hey there, it's Ray from Regards Ray. When I was little, my dad, an idealist, would say to me that he sees me growing up to be someone who would have a profound impact on people and in the world. For example, a world famous doctor who saves millions of lives, or a world famous professor who inspires hundreds and thousands of people, or a world famous author who, well, you get the gist. Obviously, he just wanted me to dream big and go for big goals. But because of this, I grew up feeling a strong sense of mission. I felt destined to do something grand, something noteworthy, something impactful. I mean, I'm talking about like superhero level kind of noteworthiness here. I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm actually not. I had high hopes and high expectations for my future. Well, it didn't turn out exactly as I planned, it meaning my life. If you're someone like me who feels the urge to do something grand and something meaningful with your life, but are frustrated that it's not turning out that way, listen to this clip from a longer video that I made. I discuss why that might be. The audio sound might be different because I've seriously upgraded my recording game since I made that video, but I think this clip is still valuable. Insert clip now. But you also have to understand that for something like creating a big impact or having a big impact, that's something you really can't create on your own. It's actually created with an agreement with the collective. So here's what I mean. If someone were to come up to you and say, you know what? I want to inspire you. And I'm going to tell you all this stuff. And then at the end, you're going to become inspired by what I say. And then you're going to want to change the world. If someone were to come up to you and say that, I don't know about you. If someone were to come up to me and say that, I would be like, what? That's not really up to you. Let me be the judge of that, right? That's exactly how I would react. I'd be like, okay, you go ahead and say what you want to say, but as to whether I get inspired or not, let me be the judge of that. Let me hear what you say, and if it resonates with me, then yeah, then I think I would be inspired. But if it doesn't, then there's probably nothing you can do to force that inspiration onto me, right? I mean, that's exactly what I would say. I think that illustrates how it all works. You don't force inspiration on other people. You don't make an impact on other people. I mean, there's nothing you can actually do to force someone to become inspired or to push someone into changing their behavior or anything like that. It has to be at an agreement with that person. That person has to allow you to inspire them. You know, they have to accept your words. They first have to agree to listen to you. Second, once they listen to you, they have to agree to accept it. Third, they have to agree to accept your word and then to change their behavior in some way. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of it is just you hoping that what you say or what you do is going to inspire other people, but it's really not up to you. It's up to the other person, right? So if you are on a mission to change the world or to create impact or to inspire people, well, what I'm saying is that outcome that you want isn't really up to you. It's up to the collective. It's up to God. Now, you have to think about it. For anything to happen, millions of circumstances have to come together just in the right way to put those exact people in front of you. And those exact people have to be receptive enough, right? And the energy has to be right. The weather has to be right. And what else, right? I mean, it all has to orchestrate in a certain way for a certain atmosphere, right? And then at a deeper level, at a soul level, they all have to somehow agree to allow the inspiration to come to them. and then they have to agree to do something about it afterwards. You see what I'm saying? You're just a small peg in a bigger wheel that's taking place. So, in conclusion, don't feel so burdened to create an impact in the world and to change it, and feel bad and frustrated when your life feels so small and mundane. Because most days, you won't feel like you're making a great impact. I mean, impact is something that you can only see once you've lived your life and then look back on it. I think for me, this was my problem. Because I had this big expectation of myself to create a big impact in the world, everything else I was doing seemed small and insignificant. And whatever I did, whatever jobs I held, just didn't measure up to my expectation. If my job didn't literally involve changing the world for the better, it felt meaningless and empty, and I lost interest. But now, I know that it's a bit egotistical for me to think that me alone can change the world. I mean, the whole world and me, come on, right? That's ridiculous. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you soon. Regards, Ray.